take a look at this massive spike here. You wonder, well, what the heck is this? Well, I'll show you right now. Coinbase stock is up massively on the day, up over 48% on the week, and this comes as we have news that BlackRock, the biggest money hoarder in the entire world, the biggest asset holder, is now partnering through Coinbase. This is pretty dang big news because it is going to lead to potentially massive institutional investments coming into the cryptocurrency space. Now, there's two ways to look at this. The first one is, okay, that's great. It's going to be great for cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency prices will go up. The other way is we do have to be careful not to give over too much control of cryptocurrency to these institutional type investors. BlackRock has done a lot of shady stuff before. I mean, obviously they have. Anytime you're the biggest at anything, you're going to have to do shady stuff to get there. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. But especially in the finance space, like all these huge investors, all of them have some degree of shadiness that they are associated with. But still, this is crazy news because Coinbase stock was in a bit of a slump, and now a massive spike on the day. Look at that. It went all the way up above $100. Only August 2nd, 3 days ago, it was $60. You could buy Coinbase stock for around the same price as one meal at a nice restaurant. But now, boom, shooting the heck up all the way to $106, $46 in only 2 days. It has since cooled off a little bit since that news, but not much. It's still up at around $90, more than a $30 increase from only toward the beginning of this month when it was significantly lower. So crazy stuff coming in there. Let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what this means. As you come into live, take a second to press that like button. If you are listening right now on Twitter Spaces, you're welcome to come and join us on YouTube as well. Or if you're on YouTube and you want to listen on Twitter Spaces, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, as opposed to being able to actually visualize things, you're welcome to come over to the Twitter Spaces too. I mean, why not, I guess. But here's something you can do right now. You can go ahead and subscribe with the notifications on. Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to be a full-time crypto investor? Through this next bull run, there will be opportunities for you to set yourself up for life. That's an actual, I guess, really there's no better way to look at it than that. If you actually want to see your entire life change, there's really only one way to do that actually gives you any probability based on your own moves. The lottery, you're not going to win that, right? I mean, come on. We all know the chances of that are almost zero. Maybe you can play it for fun. Why not? But you know you're not going to win. If you actually want to see generational type wealth in a short amount of time, the best chance you're going to have for that is this next bull run, which will be absolutely insane. And you're likely only going to have one chance, in terms of cryptocurrency at least, in your entire lifetime to actually make that happen. Now, sure, you could start a business, you can make that really successful, you could create a ton of wealth that way, but that's takes a long time. It's difficult to do. It's possible. Don't give up on it if that's your plan, right? But at the same time, if you would like to have that hope that you could see insane wealth relatively quickly without actually having to have that crazy business be started or anything like that, this is really the best chance of it. And this right here is a huge signal that it's going to be a way bigger spike than we even expected. Over the past years, Coinbase has played a central role in developing and strengthening crypto markets as the safest, most trusted bridge to the crypto economy. This is what the article said. There's some truth to that. I don't know. I mean, there are a couple things they've done that I didn't exactly love, but yeah, overall, it's pretty dang good. But you can see, here's the quote from BlackRock themselves. Our institutional clients are increasingly interested in gaining exposure to digital asset markets and are focused on how to efficiently manage operational life cycle of these assets, said Joseph Calhoun, global head of strategic ecosystem partnership at BlackRock. This connectivity with Aladdin will allow clients to manage their Bitcoin exposures directly in their existing portfolio management and trading workflows for a whole portfolio view of risk across the classes. Pretty interesting. The Coinbase partnership between BlackRock and Aladdin is an exciting milestone for the firm as a trusted partner enabling institutions to participate and transact in cryptocurrency. We are committed to pushing the industry forward and creating new access points as institutional crypto adoption continues to rapidly accelerate. We are honored to partner with an industry leader and look forward to furthering Coinbase's global providing greater access and transparency to crypto. So interesting stuff coming in there. Basically, this could lead to huge companies putting massive amounts into crypto. It could lead to a gigantic race of all of the largest companies wanting to pile up as much crypto as possible before we see giant acceptance across the entire world. We already know 75% of executives are planning to implement cryptocurrency acceptance into their companies. And we're talking about big executives, big companies. This is happening. We've already had over $1 billion spent to date over $1 billion on just simply integrating cryptocurrency acceptance. People don't spend that kind of money unless they actually have wide-ranging plans for it, and will hope to make significantly more as a result of accepting crypto, which is likely to happen as a new wave of energy comes onto the cryptocurrency market. So there's a ton of institutional support that's building. Coinbase Prime is what this is being done through, which is the leading institutional prime broker platform group trusted by over 13,000 institutional clients, kind of an advertisement for them. Over 200 assets that you can actually directly trade, and offers custody for more than 300, so a wide range, including Dogecoin, which almost certainly will be adopted by some of the massive institutional investors that are planning to come in. Bitcoin as well is going to be the most popular one. Ethereum will definitely be up there towards the top of the ones they're buying the most, but do not sleep on Dogecoin here. A lot of companies are going to see this as an opportunity to bridge towards a younger generation, and they will use that as a stepping stone, if you will, towards the crypto acceptance of Dogecoin. Hopefully, it already seems like it's in motion, and I don't think anything can stop it at this point in time. Yes, you're welcome to press the like button if you want to go ahead and have this video get seen by significantly more people. Why not? Solana to the moon, says Faithful Servant. Actually, surprisingly, it didn't fall as much as you may think after what happened with the hack. So I have to give the Solana community props for that. If you're holding Solana and you did not sell, shout out for that. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be the case that one hacker can crash your cryptocurrency. Your assets are safe as long as you're not holding them on the Phantom Wallet, almost certainly. And even if you are, you still should be careful. But it seems that the extent of the hack is over now. And a lot of that's already been recovered. And by a lot, I mean only like 10%, but that's still a decent amount. We're talking about like 16 million. It's already been recovered by white hat hackers. So shout out to them for doing that. Matt, have you heard from Martini with COC? Says, Luke, I saw your text actually that you sent me about that. I'm going to respond to that soon, but I'll go ahead and say a little bit about it now. So yes, I have been talking to Martini, and I'm excited to bring forth the new era of COC as he continues to work on some awesome stuff behind the scenes for it. He has already made an announcement recently in the Telegram. If you have not seen it yet, you're welcome to check it out. But if you're ever wondering, is Matt going to give up on previous crypto picks? Absolutely not. There's a reason why we picked them. I actually love COC's potential. If they can accomplish all the goals they're planning to accomplish, I don't see any reason why they won't be able to at this current juncture in time. So let's hope for the best here. I'm excited about it. And to the moon, it says code in Lexi Vaughn. I happen to agree with that statement there. And Bitcoin, check it out, y'all. It says indeed TP. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's called Bitcoin. It's interesting. That's funny. Typically speaking, fun coins can have some nice energy at first. They always do crash unless they have actual use case, right? But there's still a chance for them to spike again. You never know. And maybe that use case will be established in a different way that could cause it to have more long-reaching potential. Matt, have you heard from... Yes, I have. Matt, he said that multiple times. I was wondering, why am I reading that again? I thought I already read that. William Wallace is Matt's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. Yep, indeed. Scotty Suitcases coming in with that. He's either my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather or my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-uncle. One of those two. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure, but yes, I am directly related to William Wallace from Braveheart the movie, which is kind of fun. Dogecoin is the future, says Hector Rosales. I happen to agree with you there. And to the moon as well, he says. Let's go and take a look at the next story here, as we do have more things unfolding. Also, if you were wondering, has Robinhood had any difference here? By the way, just to touch a little bit more on BlackRock before we move on to that. So BlackRock, if you don't know, this is a little description of them. They are one of the biggest names in all finance by far, over 10 trillion in assets that they manage. So a heck of a large reaching asset portfolio. They also have been alleged to control large sections of the economy, control large sections of companies, and actually use that influence, not always for something that we may agree with. Sometimes they use it for bad. So we're not going to give them too much credit here, but at the same time, this does seem to be an actually good move in the right direction towards crypto acceptance. I did not see necessarily any nefarious purposes right off the bat with this, but Robinhood stock, actually not doing bad this week either. Up 20% in the last 5 days compared to Coinbase stock going up 48%. So Coinbase stock significantly more, but still Robinhood back up to around $11. This spike was largely because they are firing a bunch of employees, and people see that as, oh, it's probably good for the company. They're actually cutting some of the loose fat, if you will, not to be too mean to Coinbase and the Robinhood employees who are getting fired, because they're both getting fired, because we hope certainly they'll find other jobs. Of course, they have families, a lot of them, and so we don't want them to be fired, but at the same time, for the purposes of the company, they really should have never been hired in the first place. And if they're not valuable to the company, they can find another cool job. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it sucks to get fired, but at the same time, there's plenty of good jobs out there right now, and I'm sure they will be able to pick themselves back on their feet pretty soon here. Another hack, by the way, hackers drained nearly 200 million from crypto startup in free-for-all. This one was pretty crazy. Basically, hackers drained from Nomad a huge amount of money. What happened is when they decided to move over and go to an update on the system, it ended up having a massive flaw in it. And so basically a bunch of people across the globe started taking advantage of what one hacker did. So basically the hacker was able to get into the token and be able to transfer a larger amount in exchange for the one they put in, and then everyone else had the ability to copy that, basically a free-for-all, and plenty of other people did that. It still does take a decent amount of technical skill to be able to do that to any degree, and you also have to be a bad guy, right? I mean, you're not going to take money for a good guy. So bad guys who had technical skill had a free-for-all here, and were taking a decent amount of money. I'm sure our good old friend Kimmy over there probably got a little bit of that. You know, it is what it is. I mean, we're going to see hacks at the beginning stages of this, just like we would see that with anything that's starting up in a big sector of the internet and a big sector of the economy. You're going to have bumps at first. Those will be ironed out over time. So I'm not too worried about it. More so than worry, we should just be excited about the future of it. The vast majority of crypto is safe and functional. Occasional flaws are not going to take down the whole system, fortunately. But anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.